Hey fucks, Mad Mike here, and oh boy do I ever have a video for you. As you may know, we are right in the middle of Passover, and I thought there'd be no better way to celebrate this than by talking about world-renowned Jew respecter, Varg Vikernes. Because as you may know, this guy is one of the most influential, talented, greatest black metal musicians of all time. Oh, who gives a fuck, you fucking prick? Oh yeah, folks, we are celebrating Passover by giving a massive middle finger to this worthless piece of shit. So, if you're watching this, then grab your kosher popcorn, sit the fuck down, and bear witness as I give you another edition of Mad Mike's Discography. Burzum was an ambient black metal band founded by Count Chocula back in 1991, and when he was taking a break from sending bombs to Israeli bands, he released Burzum's self-titled debut in 1992. And is that the Children of Bodom mascot? Featuring such classics as Feeble Screams from Future Euronymous, Music of Destruction, E.A. Lords. It's in the deeps. And the classic premonitionary, My Journey to the Cells. This debut is fantastic, 3 out of 10. And their next piece of work besides Varg was their 1993 EP, ASCII. Wow, he was so dedicated to his art that he actually committed domestic terrorism just to get a good photo for his album cover. Bravo, Varg. This one gets an arson out of 10. And their follow-up was the 1993 studio album, Det Som En Gang Varg. This one is very important because all Varg did here was sleep on his guitar, have his cat that probably looks like Hitler walk across his keyboard, and somehow he released something that was influential, according to Burzum fans. This one gets a domestic terrorism out of 10. And in April 1994, right before Varg went to prison, he released their third studio album, Birdemic. This is actually the original Norwegian film in which the bird attack takes place in a forest. Wow, so black metal. James Nguyen would never. 11 out of 10. And in 1996, from deep in the Norwegian Marriott hotel they call their prison system, Varg released Burzum's fourth studio album, Nicola. This one is ironically titled because it actually gave me COVID, featuring such classics as Dunkaroo, Run Gang a Dang a Dang Ding Dong Ding a Ding a Dang a Dong, and the 8.5-minute classic Jesus Death. Who the fuck do you want dead, Varg? Jesus or Abraham? This one gets a stabby stab out of murder. And their next studio album is Thor the Dark World. Wow, that is a shitty Marvel movie. Probably the worst one ever. This one gets a minus 420 out of 11. And their next studio album was 1999's another fucking album cover in the forest. You're not giving me a lot of material here, asshole. This one gets a forest out of Forest Squared. I don't know. And after taking a 10-year break, Varg was finally paroled in 2009, and in 2010 they released
another fucking forest album.
And in 2011 they released the only naked girl Burzum fans have ever seen, featuring the classic tune From the World Tree. Wow, another reference to a forest by Burzum. This one gets a forest cubed. Yeah, that's right. And in 2012 they released their next studio album, Skiptar. You know what? That kind of sounds like Yom Kippur. I'm gonna call it that now, just to piss Burzum fans off even more. This one gets a Horsey out of 10. And in 2013, they released their next studio album, Horsies 2, featuring such classics as No One Cares, Who Gives a Fuck, Varg is a Hack, and Burzum Fans Are Cancer. This one gets a Horsies 2 out of Horsey 1. And in 2014, they released The Ways of Yore, with an album cover dedicated to their fans because they all live in caves. Wow, what an amazing person Varg is to dedicate an album to his fans like this. This one gets a bootlickers out of 10. And last but not least, their final studio album was 2020's Thullian Mysteries. Holy shit, this album was released on the same week as when the COVID lockdown started. Jerry, you got any thoughts on this? Hell yeah, I do. I'm telling you, the real reason that lockdown started isn't because they didn't want you to listen to new Burzum. No, that album sucks. The real reason is because of Justin Trudeau, and he wants to take over your entire Alright, well it's enough out of that, jackass. Anyways, this album ended Burzum's career with one giant fucking dud. This one gets a neo-Nazi arsonist murderer out of 10. That's my discography review for Burzum, folks. And I hope all you Count Grishnock rectum suckers are listening very closely because I'm about to drop some truth bombs on you. Number 1, Burzum is nowhere near as influential as you say they are. I swear to God, the first thing I always hear from these Varg apologists is that, well, I don't agree with his politics, but like, Burzum is just like so influential on black metal, dude. No, they're not. They are a discount battery battery at best. There's a shitload of black metal bands that were way more influential on the scene than Burzum was. Dark Throne, Hellhammer, Immortal, the aforementioned Bathory. Hell, even if you want to get more specific and say they were influential on atmospheric black metal, sorry, Enslaved beat them at their own game a long fucking time ago. Burzum is about as influential on the black metal scene as Lenny Riefenstahl is on filmmaking. They just took advantage of an already existing blueprint, and over time, their works got propped up as way more inspirational than they really fucking were. Truth bomb number 2, no matter how much you try to defend this guy, Varg will always be a neo-Nazi, anti-Semitic, arsonist, murderous piece of shit. Now, I know the mention of the word neo-Nazi is gonna concern some of my viewers out there and make people think, oh no, Mad Mike is going political. Well, you don't have to worry about me getting political because shitting on Nazis is not political. It's logical. This is a group of people who want anyone who's not like them dead. And as a French Canadian with a quarter of Algonquin blood in my veins, people like Varg want me dead. So it's only natural that I'm going to shit on them. There is nothing political about this. Varg sucks. Varg's fanbase sucks. Burzum sucks. Fuck Burzum. Fuck Varg. And fuck his garbage fucking fanbase. Happy Passover. Thank you. Bye.